Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
What's up?
Good morning.
What's up?
Hello. How you doing? Oh, you're looking so lovely today.
We gonna learn from each other.
That's right.
I'm already hot.
I know you're fanning your. I mean, it is like a whole show over there.
know.
You trying to cool down, flicking the shirt and fanning yourself. It's like,
But I'm so cold when I get in my truck. Even after the heat, because it's been so cold here. Even after I've had the heat running for 10 minutes in my truck, when I go get it, it's still cold. So I get cold. Yep. But by the time I get here, I'm in a sweat box. And it takes my body a long time to cool down, and I guess it's because there is a lot of my body that needs cooling.
Maybe that's it.
I mean, it probably takes people with a bigger body longer for it to cool down. Plus, I'm wearing a sweater.
Yeah, it's a shirt.
Like a sweater.
Yeah, that's not a good article of clothing for you.
You know what is?
What?
Tank top.
TJ's a tank top guy.
I see those workout people or health food people and all that going into Costco to make their little videos about better choices and when I see a guy walking through there in short workout shorts and a tank top, I think, dude, go put some clothes on before you go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's disgusting.
Have some sense.
Wasn't there a guy doing that in the Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
Didn't you see a guy like that?
Yeah, he was I don't think he was a bodybuilder because his legs were tiny, but he was he was huge up top and all, and he had one of those where it wasn't even regular tank top. It was one of those that comes right down the middle of the back, a little strap that comes down the middle of the back. And
like
then
a razor back.
Cut underneath, like his armpits were way down, and just like he might as well not even been wearing a shirt.
Yeah, it's disgusting. He wore the G-string of shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
like
bare
if he
minimum.
lifts it,
Some smoothie bar or something. You're in the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Good Christian people in here. Old folks.
God's house.
Come on.
you got to get some fried chicken. Don't be wearing that.
Yeah. Come in here looking any such a way as that.
Yeah, come on, don't do that.
And I saw this thing where JetBlue is now taking Venmo for payments. You can Venmo them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Trying to reach younger people, get them. Is it necessary to try to get more young people? Aren't there enough, pajama pants and no effort put into the way they look on a plane?
You're right.
We got to try to get more of them on there.
I didn't realize JetBlue was still in business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love JetBlue. Have I told y'all my JetBlue stories?
No, girl.
They have the best snacks. So what they would do, no one's flown JetBlue?
I don't think so.
I have once, I think. That's the one that goes to Chicago a lot, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I used to go to DC to visit my brother a lot, but they would just start in the front of the plane, and it was like an offering plate. They would have this big bowl of snacks, like Doritos, the best snacks.
Really?
And just pass it around?
Yeah. Like they went to Costco and just bought good snacks, and you would just hand it to the next person and you could take as many as you wanted.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And when they ran out, they would just come dump Funyuns. And I mean, it was so weird.
Wow.
Whoa. That's awesome.
I would like to have Funyuns dumped on me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds erotic.
Awesome.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple team. tjriggins.com/Temple team.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
So we've been following this saga, this 30-day saga. Lindsay's trying to find Rob a wife, girlfriend, whatever. But there's been one interesting little development because of this that I don't know that anybody else has seen. So we've been talking about it and we've been posting about it, little videos and things like that. What has happened in the comments section of all these videos, Lindsay, I don't know if you've seen it. There are women saying, please, after she's done with Rob, help me find a husband.
Oh.
And I don't know if they are so confident in her abilities, but they're pretty women.
Or whether they're desperate.
I mean, I guess they could be. It could be a lot of things or they just want some excitement in their life.
I bet they hear how Lindsay is with Rob, like wanting to kick out agnostics and atheists and all of that stuff.
Right.
So maybe that's what maybe these are good girls looking to find a good man, and it's too hard to weed them out in such a den of iniquity in which we live.
Should I start an LLC?
Well,
Should
that's
I
what I
get
was
this
saying.
going?
This is a service that people charge for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stephanie right here on Facebook, this is the most recent one. Hey, Lindsay, can you help me find a husband too? And we've gotten DMs saying the exact same thing. After she's done with Rob, guys as well. It's mostly women, but there have been guys saying, if things with Rob, don't go your way, please help me find a girlfriend/wife. Guys are more saying, help me find a wife.
But you got to be careful though when you're taking on strange men and that type of thing, because they may be just looking for some excuse to have contact with Lindsay.
Right.
You always have to kind of distrust that. But if she were a legitimate business setup.
I've gotten a ton of DMs as well, and I had thought about this. I think what I would do is just women. Now, I enjoy doing
That's what
Rob.
I do.
I'm like, two of us.
I enjoy helping Rob because he's my friend and on the show, and I want to help him, but I don't feel that passion for other men. I mean, to help other men, but I do feel that passion to help other women because I've been in this situation, so let's figure that out.
But in helping the women, you're helping a man get a good woman.
True.
Yeah. So it helps them too. But, I don't mean to make this about me in any way, but I don't think you're going to have time to be doing that between your influencing and your radio showing and your kids and your and that needy husband of yours.
Yeah, I barely have time to do Rob's Bumble account.
Yeah, and to see how she gets so obsessed with it. You wouldn't be able to have more than one client at a time.
Oh no.
Yeah, but that's what you want when you hire a matchmaker. You want, or at least you want to be of the belief that they're focused on you and your happiness, and they're going to do everything they can. So she might actually be perfect at it.
I think it's my calling in life, honestly.
You do?
Yeah.
And have you found matches for other people previously?
I have, and they got married.
Oh, and they did get married?
But did they stay married?
I don't know because I don't talk to them anymore, and I was 12 years old. But it started at a young age.
What are you talking about? You did it at 12.
I swear. Listen, do you remember? Do we have time?
No, we got to take a break. So we'll finish this in just a second.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple team. tjriggins.com/Temple team.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins Show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Okay, Lindsay said that she found her matchmaking calling when she was 12. Like she knew at the age of 12 that she was going to be a good matchmaker for people to have lifelong relationships. Mm-hmm. So what happened?
The year was 1996. Y'all remember church lock-ins?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, because that was a thing back then. Mm-hmm. So we're at the church lock-in. The youth pastor, his name was Byron, he and the music director was a lady. Well, she had just started at the church, brand new. We were all at the lock-in together, and I thought they were so cute together, but neither, they were too shy to talk or whatever. So I made the connection. I said, Byron, I'm going to go talk to Bethany. I'm going to get her over here. Y'all are so cute. And I ran back and forth all night. Like, do you want to go out with her? Do you want to go out with him? And I made the connection, and they ended up getting married.
No way.
Wow.
I swear.
How long after that did they get married?
Maybe a year.
Oh, yeah. Because church people don't shack up.
They don't mess around.
No. Mm-mm. And they actually attributed them getting together to me. I mean, they gave me that credit.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, they should if that's the way it happened.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only 12, 13 years old. And from that day, I have never felt so passionate about something in my life.
Not even dancing. You were a professional dancer your whole life.
Yeah.
You weren't even passionate about that.
No, because I felt so rewarded from them finding each other.
Well, I've been known to matchmake a little bit myself. And there's one couple that I put together that ended up getting married.
Did they get married?
Mm-hmm. And recently ended in a bitter divorce, but still.
Oh.
it worked for a long time.
Hey, that's not your problem.
Yeah.
They got married. That's what a matchmaker does. You made the match.
That's awesome.
Did they really? Is that true?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't count that against you.
No.
My dad used to be a preacher, and it seemed like everywhere, because he got out of it, the term backslide.
Yeah, sure.
So he wasn't very, preacher-like in a lot of ways. So he got out of preaching, but every time we would run into a couple that he had performed their wedding, he'd married them, so to speak. They were divorced.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
No way.
And we used to laugh about it. Have you ever married somebody where they stayed together? Because it's like everywhere we go. Well, yeah. I remember you used to be a preacher. You married me and my first wife.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's going to mess with your head a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe preaching ain't for me.
Put a curse on him. Like, this didn't take.
But that is fascinating.
But he could still always go back and perform ceremony as an ordained minister and all. I think one of the last ones that he did was on horseback. The bride and the groom came riding up on horses, and then he was on a horse, and he did like a cowboy wedding kind of thing.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I love that.
I think so.
I don't think you should have to smell poop at your wedding during the ceremony.
Fair enough.
Most people try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Did he marry you?
Oh, Lord, no.
He didn't marry you.
No.
Lord, no.
Lord.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house. You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Did you know you can add the homepage to your phone's home screen? It's easy. Check out the instructions at the top, and it only has to be done once. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice-cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey.
Hey.
Big day today. All kinds of wonderful content out there for us to take to the people, Riggins, as content creators ourselves and influencers.
Right.
And so forth and so on.
Well, yeah, I got to thaw out first. I'm ready for warmer weathers. This is not okay. 2 days in a row, it's just been miserably cold.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why Lindsay is broadcasting, as Jody says. Was Lindsay in the studio today, or is she in her closet?
I love that. Closet.
Do you have a little space heater in there like Jody does?
No.
Go ahead.
She's
sorry.
cold-natured, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Y'all are kind of opposite on that.
Kyle has one in his office because he is as well cold-natured.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah. He's always cold.
So gentle and tender. Ooh.
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
It's on 24/7 too, which is, I'm like, turn your heater off.
He's got to keep his feet warm.
Sure, he's just one of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Space heater. I don't know. My dad had one out in his shed that he worked at when he was at home, but it didn't have any heating in the shed. So that was his source of heat.
Yeah, it's a shed. It's outside. It's not in your home, which is 70 degrees.
Yeah, that's funny.
Jody has it under her desk and at home, and it's running even in August.
Yeah.
She's got it in there constantly. If I go in there to talk to her about something, I have to stand down the hall a little bit because I can't stand that heat barreling out of that room.
You can't even go in the room.
No, I'm looking around the corner like a little kid who's checking to see if he's in trouble. You know, when they call you in the room, man. And then she'll go, "My God, you're being dramatic." I go, "Okay, so these are drama sweat beads on my head."
Yeah.
Because the heat coming out of your desk. But it's same way in the car. Like when you're at home and you get chilled, you turn the heat up, right?
Yeah.
And then once you warm up, you may turn it back down or whatnot. Jody's that way at home, but in the car, if it's time for the heat to be on in the car, her side is always on as high as it'll go and never moves. She never adjusts it. It's just high as it'll go the entire time.
She's baking.
Yeah. And she says, well, you got your side. Do whatever you want with your side. But when you got that much heat blowing right, and there's nothing but a console between you, it's hitting me on my right side of my face. Constantly.
Yeah, it's on your side.
Yeah. Like, good Lord, can't you just adjust it down? Like put it at the temperature that it would be in the home?
Yeah, right.
Why do you have to have it like you're sitting next to a campfire?
Right. And don't you feel like in the car, it's way worse being hot in the car?
Yeah.
Oh,
then
yeah.
you start getting woozy and you're like, wait.
Right. And then the sun starts playing tricks on you and you start having mirages and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. My mom is the seat warmer full blast all year round, too.
Oh, God.
My dad picked me up in their car, and I got it, and I was like, what is going on? I went, oh, my gosh, it's on high. It was like burning my cheeks.
Well, this is a big day for me. I've got something going on after the show today, and I'll share that with you and see if you want to be part of it. You can. It's history will be made today. History, I say. So that's coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
If you live in the Charlotte area and you need furniture, then you need Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. We love them, and you will too. So go to tjriggins.com/Sweet Dreams for Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay. My name's TJ, and I've been in this business a long time. I mean, a long time. Back when radio stations still used tape to record things and play it back on the radio and stuff. That's when, I was on the when I first started in radio, that was beginning to get phased out, but that's how I learned, is on tape.
Like cassette tape?
No, editing tape. If you had a commercial that you had recorded, it was on tape, or phone calls that came into the studio were recorded on reel-to-reel tape. And then if you had to edit it, there was a manual way to cut the tape and, put the other pieces together and all that. But I always thought that along with being, a fun, hilarious, top 40 style morning show radio personality, that I've always said, I could really do political talk. I think that will be my next thing that I go into, is political talk. And today I get to put my money where my mouth is on a legendary news talk radio station in our home market of Charlotte. I met the program director of that station, and super nice guy. And then I started telling him, basically I fanboyed on him because I knew him from his past radio days in Los Angeles and all this stuff. So one of their hosts has to be out of town for his mom's funeral for today and tomorrow. And he asked me if I wanted to guest host. Now,
I love that.
He doesn't, I don't think he knows my style, or, I'm most of the time not really allowed to talk about my political views seriously on this show, because radio stations have said, we don't want even one complaint, whatever you say. We don't want, they're scared of the liberal complaints and stuff like that. Never the other way around, but always that way. But anyway, so this will be full-fledged, say what I want to say. Oh, without
Sure.
Jeopardizing their license or anything.
Yeah.
But in a real talk radio format. And again, it's just this is a guest host situation. So it's not like I'm saying I got a new job, because I don't. It's just a guest host, which I'm really appreciative of. I think it's cool that he would let me do that.
People would be messaging in. They're still going to. I can't believe you're leaving. I can't believe you're leaving.
Yeah.
Well, I went up there yesterday to observe, see the studio and all of that. And the morning show put me on with them for a couple of segments at the end of their show. And I think people already started complaining. They started complaining. I mean, because I am a legend in this town, know. And once they say my name, people perk up, either to complain or either to just go, okay.
Yeah.
What were they complaining about? You were on there?
That they were even going to put me on their air. Yeah.
Oh.
because I mean that's a dignified station, and I'm a clown. So
well, I don't know about a clown, but yeah, it is more conservative, maybe.
All right, so it's WBT. It's News Talk 1110 WBT in Charlotte. I'll be on from 10 to noon today, sitting in for Vince Coakley, who has to be out. And we'll give you more information if you want to listen in other towns too. Hang on.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Every weekday, the Extra Funny podcast is available at tjriggins.com. It's uncensored and, well, extra funny. Extra Funny is sponsored by Eric Javits. Find your next great hat at Eric Javits. Get 20% off your order today by going to tjriggins.com/deals. That's tjriggins.com/deals. Then use promo code TJ at checkout.
Hey Charlotte, ready to enjoy a chef-prepared meal using delicious seasonal ingredients without ever having to leave your home? Table and Twine is the answer. Have a world-class dining experience without ever leaving your house. Learn more at tjriggins.com/tableandtwine.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, happy National Pie Day. National Pie Day. It's not
The
that
simple or the real pie, like
it's
an
not
eaten
that-
pie. An eaten pie.
That's the best kind of pie, obviously.
Not like one of those nerd pies. This is a real pie. Although
Like apple pie.
my favorite pie is chicken pot pie.
Is
I'm,
it?
I'm going savory over sweet.
I mean, that's cool. I think
Absolutely.
my favorite savory pie is a crawfish hand pie.
Oh, a hand pie.
A fried crawfish pie, yeah.
Are we going to put?
Like-
sorry, go ahead.
Little? I mean,
Yeah.
that's why they call it hand pie.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a, you ever had fried apple pies?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but it's got crawfish and rice, all in it. It's really good. Spicy.
Yum.
Real good. McDonald's pies always a hit. So
They
whether
can't
it's-
compare to those Taco Bell empanadas, though. Those cinnamon apple empanadas.
Sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to love that McDonald's fried pie with the bubbles on the outside, like little tiny bubbles.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Is empanada Spanish for pie?
I don't know.
It might be.
Yeah.
Well, other good news for TJ, Duck Dynasty is back. It's coming back to A&E this summer.
Oh, really?
So I know that was a massive hit, and then they went on for a long time, and I don't know what the ratings are, but I guess it's interesting enough to people to bring it back.
Yeah, well, they've been doing podcasts and stuff like that, and so there's still an interest. I think there's a different version of it that's on a different cable network or something. I don't know, but Phil, the dad on there, has advanced, fast-moving Alzheimer's. And,
I saw that.
so yeah, he probably won't be a part of it. They said they announced it, and then he went downhill fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that show took off because it gave people a look at an area of the country that isn't usually highlighted in popular culture or on the news. And it was just sort of eye-opening, like, oh my gosh, these are real people.
And they're really serious Christians. They're very strong in their faith. And they said that when they A&E did the first episode, that they went in and bleeped words, making it seem like they were cussing. And they said, no, don't make it seem like we're cussing. We don't cuss.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do that kind of stuff, the deal's off. And so from that point on, and while you're at it, we're going to pray at the end of every episode too.
Yeah, they always
we're
pray.
going to eat and we're going to say the blessing.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that.
He said the first time that they sat down to do that, Phil said, and Lord, please forgive these Hollywood liberals that are here today.
Love that.
Crazy. So it's called Duck Dynasty, the revival, back on A&E this summer.
You know who really loves that show? Alexis.
That's right. She is a super fan of the show, or one guy on there, right?
Uncle Si.
She likes
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Si. Yeah. That's so funny. Post Malone is collaborating with Oreos because we don't have enough Post Malone in our life.
Or Oreos.
Or Oreos, honestly. They're everywhere. You can't escape them. So yeah, it's the cream is salted caramel and shortbread, and it's sandwiched between the typical chocolate cookie on one side and a golden Oreo on the other. So you get that little half and half action.
Salted caramel is overrated. Yes, I said it.
Oh,
Regular caramel, not overrated. Salted,
here come the arrows.
I know. Because it's
going
one,
out on
one
the
of those
limb.
things that women think they have to love and shout it from the mountaintop. But I don't think they really love it that much.
It's all a front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns
We just
out
like to say it.
Tech D Rob was right all along. I'll prove it next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house. You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Did you know you can add the home page to your phone's home screen? It's easy. Check out the instructions at the top, and it only has to be done once. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice-cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
So Rob, our sweet Tech D Rob, was right all along. He was right on this one particular thing. I don't know that he's right in every decision he makes, but he was right on this one. A few months ago, a guy went viral because he was at Starbucks getting his morning coffee, and there was one of those pay it forward things going on where you pay for the person behind you. And when he went to go pay, and it had been going on for like 45 minutes, when he went to pay, they told him the cost was going to be $37. And he went, the streak ends with me. That was the line, because what happened is a woman took his picture and tried to shame him on the internet for breaking the streak.
Oh.
And so he was anonymous, but he came forward. He was like, here's the full story. You took a picture of me, but the order that I was asked to pay for was $37 when I had ordered a tall coffee, which would have been, I don't know, $2. So he's like, I don't care. You could, launch your missiles. The streak ends with me.
Well, he ought to sue him.
Sue the
Starbucks.
Why?
But for posting his picture in their drive-thru or whatever.
They didn't post it. A woman in the line that was peeved that found out he was the one ruining
Sue
it.
her then.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Defamation of character.
Yeah. So that happens, and he's like, bro, everybody. He's like, I don't care. I'm not paying for that. But Tech D Rob has always said he doesn't want to participate in a pay it forward. Am I right, Rob?
Nope. That is correct.
Yeah.
No,
I
you're not
get
going to get
it.
me.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it too. I don't like being guilted into doing something.
It's not the point of charity
Right.
to be guilted in. You should want to do it.
Right.
But Rob caught a lot of flack for it, saying he's just like this negative Nancy, not trying to participate in anything positive. But you're standing your ground, right, Rob?
Yeah, I'm not any pay it forward. I'm gonna stop it. It ends with me.
Oh, and also I remember being, in my early 20s, like having exactly the amount of money I know I have
Right.
at the time, and I know what I can order and what I can't,
Yeah.
I mean, these kids don't have millions of dollars, I think it's so rude.
But I look at it like, I don't know anything about that person behind me. They could be rotten to the core.
Sure.
I'm not buying their coffee.
Yeah.
They could be, I can also look at the type of car to tell whether I would.
It's on Bumble. I ain't paying for theirs.
Yeah. Take that money you're not tithing and spend it on coffee.
Well, it has all come to a head. A woman named Hannah said, I want to publicly say, as a former Starbucks barista of nearly 7 years, since the current employees can't say it. Pay it forward is extremely annoying, makes everything confusing. It makes it easy to hand out the wrong drinks, and it just sucks. Instead of paying for the people behind you, who can probably afford their stuff since they're in line intending to pay, tip the people making the drinks who have been working there for months. So I think that's a pretty good solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like that.
I liked it up until that part of it. Give us the money.
Give us the money.
You could have gave me that money.
Yeah, they can afford that coffee and that
Right.
Kid Pop.
Yeah.
Give me the money.
I was with her up until that point.
You liked it when she said it all sucks, but
Yeah, I understood it.
Okay.
You know, but the best way to do it is just say, if you're working there, just go, hey, the person ahead of you paid for yours, but they insisted that you stop it with that, not carry it on.
Yeah.
make them the bad guy.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.